These days, every news broadcast seems to show conflict somewhere in the world. As well as the tragic loss of life, conflict stops survivors from making a living and drives them into poverty. It divides communities, stops children from going to school, destroys homes, and forces people to become refugees. But there are signs of hope around the world, and many of these are inspired by different faith traditions. The Catholic Agency for Overseas Development is inspired by Scripture and Catholic social teaching to work for an end to injustice, inequality and extreme poverty, which so often lead to conflict. In many countries, CAFOD partners, of all faiths and none, work on programs that are specifically related to peace building. So let's find out what they do. More than 60 million people around the world have been driven from their homes because of conflict.
CAFOD tries to reach the poorest and most vulnerable. Catholic social teaching refers to this as the option for the poor. Today, fewer are more vulnerable than those fleeing conflict. Our partners within Syria have been providing essential services to those who have remained in the country. The majority of our work with those who have fled Syria is taking place in neighbouring countries like Jordan and Lebanon. Our partners in Greece and Serbia have also been providing essential supplies, advice and financial support to those refugees seeking asylum in Europe.
In Colombia, millions of people are trying to rebuild their lives after more than 50 years of conflict.
A mí me quemaron la casa donde yo vivía, la quemaron, nos sacaron como a 30 metros. Ahí le metieron candela y se quemó con todo lo que yo tenía allí. Me mataron una hija, me mataron un hermano.
CAFOD's partner, Caritas Colombia, has pastoral social teams that help families driven from their homes to seek justice and to reclaim their land.
Yo pienso que cuando llega la pastoral social y nos enseña a nosotros nuestros derechos, nos enseña también el proceso de cómo podemos reclamar sin violencia, con paz, llegar a nuestros territorios. Entonces, eso hace de que la gente esté más unida.
In Afghanistan, CAFOD's partner held 10-day workshops on community building and peace skills with each of the two conflicting communities from different ethnic groups, called Pashtun and Tajik, who had deep-seated political differences.
We did the same for Pashtuns and Tajiks, and then we had a joint workshop. At the beginning they were not ready to even meet. In the 6th and 7th day, they reached to a situation that they said that we would like to forget about what happened in the past and we would like to start a new future and work for the betterment of both communities. One of the commanders from those communities said, look, when I lost my gun, when they took my gun away, I was so worried and I thought what would happen, and I really relied on that. But as time passed, he said that I am now more powerful than I used to be.
Too often, religious values can be misused to separate communities. In Myanmar, people's fears are exploited and tensions erupt into violence between religions. Supported by CAFOD and other organisations, the Catholic Church in Myanmar is bridging these divisions to build peace. Cardinal Bo explains.
We are in the slums, we are in the camps for internally displaced people. We are working with our friends in the Buddhist and Muslim communities to promote interfaith harmony. We are providing education, healthcare and livelihoods. We are advocating for our people, and thanks to the support of organizations like CSW and ACN and CAFOD, we are able to do this. The Church has modeled the way Myanmar could be, and we are working with our Buddhist and Muslim brothers and sisters of varying ethnicities to build a Myanmar that is genuinely at peace with this diversity.
With CAFOD support, Catholic priests in Myanmar are now trained to lead interfaith dialogues in their parishes, breaking down barriers between religions. Meanwhile, in the Central African Republic, an archbishop, an imam and a pastor, supported by CAFOD, are leading by example and speaking out together around the country to build peace between their communities. In 2016, they received an international award for their work.
Cette médaille représente l'appel à l'unité de toutes les religions. Nous devons rechercher à nous unir les uns les autres dans la différence. Il y a une richesse à découvrir.
Ça représente pour nous un encouragement. C'est pour nous aussi une opportunité pour que notre expérience, nous pouvons aussi la proposer à nos frères, collègues, leaders religieux dans le monde, pour que chacun puisse se mettre debout et faire un travail pour la liberté religieuse où qu'il est.
So we've seen how, with practical support from CAFOD partners, communities around the world are tackling injustice and turning their hopes for peace into reality. In Afghanistan, members of the Pashtun and Tajik communities ended their peace workshop with a powerful symbol of their commitment to peace.
When you make peace, in that region, in that area, if you exchange turbans, it means that you've forgiven what has happened, or you forgot what happened in the past and you would like to start a new future.
But Catholic teaching invites everyone to be a peacemaker. What will you do to make the world a more peaceful place?